One of the biggest myths in the golf swing is that when you start the downswing is to leave your arms at the top of the backswing and just turn. Do not make that mistake. I've seen golfers ask that question more often than any other question in my comments. Andrew, when I get to the top of the backswing, how do I deliver the arms down to impact? I've heard that I need to just leave my arms at the top of the backswing and turn down. But when I make contact, I really lose a lot of distance. Well, that's absolutely true, because if you execute exactly what they're saying of keeping the arms at the top of the backswing and turning down, visually there might be some positive things that you can see quickly, but what's not happening is really the big problem and why there's such a massive power leak with that move. I'm Coach Andrew Banner with Golf Solved, and I'm going to take a deep dive today into how to upgrade your golf swing from P4 top of backswing down to impact, how the arms specifically should be moving in the transition of the golf swing so you can become a better ball striker and pick up efficient distance. To take a deep dive into how to start the downswing, we're going to only focus on position 4, top of backswing, down to impact, position 7. And specifically when we're going through the P system, it's not about perfecting each and every one of those positions. These are purely categorical positions that we pass through. But when we slow it down on camera, impact, P7, now I can do comparative analysis to a tour player to see if we have some of the elements of a great ball striker. Are we a high handicapper with our hands back, or are we more like a tour player with our hands forward? Is the shaft angled, leaning towards the target, or is it laying away from the target? Just simple things that we can look at to quickly understand, are we within standard deviation to become that better ball striker? And so when we talked about what some golfers have heard from other coaches, instructors, or other peers online saying, just leave the arms at the top of the backswing and turn down. Well, what that looks like is a shallowing move, right? So if you go here to P4 and then you just focus on body rotation, the shaft can absolutely shallow from that position. But what's not happening is any kind of engagement with the arms accelerating towards the target. That's a major power leak. Your arms are meant to deliver down to the ball. If I did the opposite, I went to the top of the backswing, and all I wanted to do was get down to impact with the arms, I would still be coming down on a shallow plane, but now I would be actually engaging muscles in my arms, shoulders, and back to deliver speed to the ball. So how are we going to do that? What do we need to look for? What are those actual motions? Well, first off, we want to keep it simple. So I'm going to actually execute what I just said. I'm going to go to the top of the backswing, I'm going to pause, and then I'm just going to hit a golf shot with only focusing on my arms getting down to impact. Let's take a look at what that would look like. All right, so made pretty solid contact, hit a good shot, and all I did was accelerate the arms down to impact. And so what are these actual motions? So as you can see here, there's a line up this lead arm, and then if I took a line from shoulder to shoulder. At the top of the backswing, this angle is decreased the most. Now, as I work down, we're actually trying to increase that angle, okay? So horizontal adduction, horizontal abduction. Those are the kinesiology terms. It doesn't really matter. All you need to know is that the arm is the closest to the chest. Now it's the farthest from the chest, okay? So that's if we're just focusing on the lead arm. That motion is absolutely happening as aggressively as possible. I'm trying to drive this lead arm to the target and back around to the camera. So if I just put focus on that arm movement, I'm going to add that in. So I'm going to go to the top and I'm going to focus purely on horizontal abduction. All right, so there I focused purely on horizontal abduction. So I took another speed source and drove it in there by just driving that lead arm towards the target, like so. Now the trail arm, when it's loaded at the top of the backswing, there's a little bit of elbow bend, there's a little bit of trail wrist extension going on, and so we're in these bent positions, bent and bent, and as we get into impact, there is still bend and there is still bend. After impact, we get into inline condition where everything gets straight and neutral. And so you can imagine, if you get to the top of the backswing and you're driving this arm to a straight position out in front of the golf ball, that's going to be a power source. So again, all we're doing is going from bend and bend to straighten and straighten. Okay, so now I'm going to hit another shot and I'm going to apply that. All right. Again, another solid shot, landed right on the target line. So we've gotten to the top of the backswing, and all we've really focused on is accelerating the arms from two different perspectives. Lead arm was from this position to this position, okay? And I'm just driving that arm fast towards the target. And then the trail arm is in a bent position to a straight position. That's it. So if you apply that power package, the speed of the arms driving the club down to the ball, now all of a sudden, it's not this passive position that you've been told from your peers or other coaches, whoever it was. But again, you ask that question in comments below, and I'm always open to answering these questions. I'm here to help you play better golf, so please drop any questions you have in comments below. So we get to the top of the backswing, and instead of being very passive and relaxed with our arms and just focus purely on body rotation, we're going to get to the top of the backswing, and we're going to focus on accelerating the arms, hands, and club down to the ball with horizontal abduction and straightening of that trail arm. If you want to play better golf and become a more educated golfer, please subscribe to my channel, drop questions and comments below so I can be here to answer those questions and create more content that helps you play better golf. I'm Coach Andrew Banner, and thank you for sticking with me all the way to the end.